So, welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom. I'm pretty excited because at long last, Wargaming have put on sale on the EU server the M1090 GF, which is effectively, well, it is a German version of the fantastic Bulldog tank, but at tier 8, and it is in effect the first tier 8 premium light tank in the game. And when I first saw this being touted as an upcoming premium, I think it was on Sam LeKpz's channel, where he does lots of leaks of upcoming stuff. Thoroughly recommend. I'll try, if I remember, I'll put the link in the descriptor, but thoroughly recommend going to have a look at his or subscribing to his channel, because he gives you an insight into what's coming in the next few patches, what kind of premiums are coming, and he talked about this tank some time ago and I was really excited. And there's been a lot of videos on the website, on YouTube and what have you, talking about this video, and a lot of the YouTube contributors have had access to it for a couple of days in advance, and it's been on sale for a couple of days on the North American server before it came to Europe. So yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. I'm buying it, whatever. However, one of the things I will gripe about immediately is inconsistency of pricing. So on the EU server, this tank is available in two packages. You have the Ultimate Girlfriend and the Standard, just the bog standard. And the bog standard is £20 and 10 pence, which when you equate is just over €25, which is just for the tank and a garage slot. I think it comes with 50% crew, but you know, chances are if you're buying this tank, you've already got some German light crew that you'll put in it, so you don't really need the crew, which is why this Ultimate pack is a bit crazy. So this is £40 for a tier 8 light tank. Wow. Which is nearly €50. So for that you get the crew, you get the tank, you get 100% crew, you get the garage slot, you get 5,000 gold. Why you need 5,000 gold, I don't know, but you do. You get coated optics, vertical stabilizers, and improved ventilations, which I guess if your credits are low, then that's useful. And then as a bonus, you get a token for 15 times 5 XPs for victories. So presumably that's your first victory of the day, so you get 15 extra times 5s, which is great for training up your crew. That's not my gripe particularly. I think 40 quid for a tier 8 light tank is a little on the steep side. But if you go over here to the North American server, their fully loaded package is only £31.63 or €45. That was that $45? Well, anyway, £31, which compares extremely favourable with the £40 you pay on the European server. Now the only difference is you get slightly less gold. Well, whoopie-doos. You get 1,222 gold plus a bonus of 975 gold. Well, yeah, you get the same equipment and you don't get those crew. Now I would have liked to have bought this package, but on the EU server, because as I say, I have a good German light tank crew and I want to put it in it to use it to train. But I'm not paying 40 quid for this package to then get a whole lot of extra crew that I don't really need. So that's a gripe. What's also bizarre is if you then look at the American or North American basic package for the 4190, where is it? They also get the Turan. They've had this for a while as well, and also see this special Stuart tank. God awful Stuart, but anyway. So the standard package on the American standard server, is actually more expensive. So that is £21.79 for the tank and the slot, compared to £20. Where is it? Here we go. £20 and 10p. So £1.50 dearer on North America. Why? It isn't available on the Russian server, but if you go on the Southeast Asia server, they've got the same one as the British of the European one, but again it's even more expensive. That's 41.67 as opposed to 40.05. The basic package is £20 and 9p as opposed to £20 and 10p. So, you know, that's probably exchange rate variables. It's a little bit closer, but even so, why can't we have consistency in packages? This North American package, whereas I've lost it again, the fully loaded one, apart from the fact it gives you gold, which do you really need? That's a really good package. £31. I would have paid that, but I didn't, because I didn't want to pay on the European server to get all this extra crew, which I don't need, the extra gold that I don't want. So I just bought the. So it cost them. They lost £10 of my money doing that. So anyway, moan over. Let's go and have a look at the tank. So here we go. So here is the M4190 GF, and it's a nice looking tank. Let's be honest, it's a really nice looking tank. I don't like what they've done with our garage for this. This is presumably to commemorate the Wargaming finals, but anyway, whatever. Let's look at the tank. It's a lovely looking tank. I mean, it is effectively a Walker Bulldog. There you go. It's almost identical in terms of the style of the thing and the layout of the thing. You know, it is, to all intents and purposes, a Walker Bulldog, but instead of having the autoloader gun on it, it has a 90mm gun. It also comes in this black, rather nice black camo scheme, and unfortunately for many it has the Wargaming League logos all over it, which is a real shame, because it would be lovely if you didn't have to have that. So, but you do, so what the heck. So let's have a look at it. I mean, the good thing about it is it's way better than this. I mean, this is a fun tank, and if they sell this again over the upcoming competition finals, then I would certainly recommend you buy this, because it's a huge amount of fun. But look at that horrible strip that you have to put up with, and you can't remove it. And it will be the same with this thing. You can't remove that. You can also not put any kind of camo on it. You know, nothing there. Now, I don't know. With the AMX, they said that this black, or this colour scheme that comes automatically painted on, is effectively the same as camo that you add on to the tank. So effectively you're getting free camo. They haven't said that with this, so we'll have to see. I hope so, because otherwise you've got a bit of a disadvantage. So anyway, let's have a look at the tank. It is, as I say, is effectively a Walker Bulldog, but at tier 8. The Bulldog is tier 7 and only has 910 hit points, whereas this thing gets 1,100 hit points. So, you know, quite a lot more, but it is a tier higher. They weigh about the same, 24 tons, and it has a 500 horsepower engine with a top speed of 72. Traverse speed is also very good at 54, which is pretty much the same as the Bulldogs. Now, I've seen some comments and video people who've had access to this tank for a little while, and they're bemoaning the fact this isn't as quick as something like the Speer Panzer RU251, which is like lightning. Has a much bigger upgrade to its gun, to its tank engine. There we go. So let's have a quick, because I have this tank. So I haven't fully upgraded it, but you can upgrade and get a 630 horsepower engine. So it is quite a lot more engine power, although the RU has a bit more weight to push around. Not a huge amount, but a bit more. But so I've seen people moaning about the M4090 not having the best engine and being a little bit slow. Now, I wouldn't describe this thing as slow. It's a pretty good mobility tank. It's very like the Bulldog. To me, it plays very similar. I don't notice particularly, if there are differences, they're tiny. So, the Bulldog gets around fine. Nothing wrong with that at all. So let's have a look. I mean, it's a light tank, so it has no armor. 25, 25 and 10 on the hull. 25, 25 and 19 on the hull. 25, 25 and 25 on the turret. So, you are going to get penetrated. And bearing in mind, obviously, this is a tier 8 light tank, so it gets matchmaking like a tier 9 medium. So the best matchup you're going to see is a tier 9 match. And tier 10 tank destroyers, for instance, will one-shot you. And they'll have no difficulty going through you. Arty will obliterate you. So you've got to use your stealth and your speed to avoid being hit. Has very, very good view range, 400 meters base view range, and if you put optics on, mine's at 484 at the moment with this crew, and it's a good crew. This is my girly crew that's in the RU251. I will probably swap it out at some point and bring in another crew, but while I'm trying the tank out, I wanted to put the best crew I have in there. Now we're on the subject of crew. This is again one of my little pet hates about this. I mean, the reason why you have a premium tank is to train up crew and to get extra credits. This is not bad at generating credits from what I've seen. I haven't played a huge number of games yet. This is an early look at the tank, but as a crew trainer, it's limited because it only has four crew member slots. And if you look at most of the German line, so we'll start back at the LeKpz. That has 4 crew, so that's fair enough. The Leopard, however, Leopard has 4. Okay, are they different though? They are. So that has a commander, a radio operator, a driver, and a loader. Whereas this thing has a gunner. So that's not good. So we have a commander, a gunner, a driver, and a loader. So no radio man. But on the Leopard, they have a radio man and not a gunner. On the LeKpz, exactly the same. No gunner. You have a commander, a radio man, a driver, and a loader. So that's not great. VK has a 5-man crew. The Spic, a 3-man crew. So it isn't until you get to the RU251, which has exactly the same crew layout as this premium tank. And then of course you move on to the Leopard, which is a medium. So it's only really this tier 8 light tank that you're any good for training. And down the other line, where is it? So all the early tanks, if I remember rightly, will have even more. So this is the Panzer 3A, has a 5-man crew. The Panzer 2G has a 3-man crew. That's a medium tank. That's a medium tank. What about down this one? So the 38TNA, that has a 4-man crew, but again, is that the same? No, it's got a radio man, no gunner. So you can see, as a crew trainer, it's not ideal. It is only really that RU251 that it's any good at training for. So that's a problem in my book, because as I say, you get a premium because you want to train up your crews, and you also want to get the extra credit earning. So yeah, not ideal. So we've talked about the crew, we've talked about lack of armor, we talked about the engine, hit points, weight, blah blah blah. Gun. It's got a good gun. Start out with that. A really nice gun. I'll compare it with the Speer Panzer 50 RU25-1. So there you go. So yeah, they're pretty much identical guns. They're both 90mm. The RU251 has a slightly better rate of fire, 9.68 as opposed to 9.09 on the premium. The non-premium has a slightly better penetration with standard AP. It has 190 penetration, whereas the 4190 has 182, so 8 less. They both have the same with their premium shots, which are also both the same as HE, high explosive anti-tank heat, which is 250 penetration, and they both have extremely good special HE that has a very high rate of penetration. 102 millimeters with HE is very, very impressive, and the average damage is identical across all the both of the guns. 240 with the standard and the AT. What am I talking about? The heat ammunition, both 240 average damage, and with HE it's 320. So a good loadout of HE is a good option for this vehicle. This high penetration HE, it's not HESH, but it's a high penetration HE shot, and it's really, really good. Dispersion is very good, 0.38 on the premium, 0.36 on the RU251, and you know, so it's a good long range shooting tank. Aim time 2.1 on the non-premium, and amazing 1.8 on the premium. So the aim time is extremely good, which means you can snap shots with this very, very nicely. So you've got a slightly worse rate of fire, a minuscule rate of penetration difference, but you've got a way better aim time in this tank. So that's all good. So yeah, I have also heard or read that the shell velocity on the armor piercing round on this tank is a little bit on the lower side. Now I can't say I've necessarily noticed that particularly being a big issue, but for some it might be. So yeah, it's not as fast as the Bulldog shot, because that's a standard APCR round, and that fires very, very quickly, almost immediately hits the target. You will need to lead shots with this thing. So now the only thing I can't tell you about is camo. There are no numbers that I can see anywhere that talk about its camo. From the games I've played, and bear in mind I've played 4 games in this tank, 3 of which have been Himmelsdorf. I've had no luck with it at all. So and you're up against high tier tanks, you get spotted fairly quickly. The one game I did have in a more open map, I hid quite a long time until I chose to open fire, and then I revealed myself almost immediately. My gut feel is it's not fantastic camo, but it's okay. So you know, we'll have to see as we get forward. So I am actually going to change my loadout. I did initially take vertical stabilizers, gun rammer and coated optics. I'm going to swap out my rammer because I'm not sure you need it. It's quite a quick rate of fire anyway. I might just put a camo net on just to help that ability to hide. Vertical stabs is what you get with the bundle, and obviously something people have suggested as a good piece of equipment. I may yet put that on. I'm also running with chocolates and a large repair kit and a large first aid kit. So yeah, with the large first aid kit you get 15% protection for your crew from further injuries, and 10% with the large repair against module damage. So it makes it slightly less likely that you'll get the damage in the first place, and then because you are a fairly soft skin vehicle, chances are you're going to lose more than one feature when you get hit by something like HE, so that means you can repair everything that's damaged in one go. So haven't bothered with a fire extinguisher, even though there's a reasonable chance of fire with these engines. But you know, it's a light tank, it's a small tank, you haven't got many hit points, so yeah, I took the chance of putting chocolate on just to improve the overall performance. Yes, it's a 20% chance of fire. We'll see. I may have to change that again and replace the chocolate. So anyway, let's go and have a look and see it play. So here we are on Muravanka. There's a lot of M41 90s out on the battlefield. As the day wore on today, more and more of them appeared. It'd be very interesting to see well, very interested to know how many of these things have been sold, because I think it was very, very well anticipated, and people really wanted to see it. and get their hands on it. So I expect to see plenty of them. So here we are. I was having a bit of a laugh with because people were saying, "Oh my goodness, 5 GTs." I was saying girlfriends, because that's kind of my sick, stupid sense of humour. So anyway, I've come out here on the right flank, down the 1, 2, 3 line. I'm trying to do some spotting, which I'm doing from here. I've spotted those 3 guys up on the top of the hill. Now try and get a sneaky shot. I took a shot, but that wasn't a good exchange. I put one through the Centurion, but I took a shot from another girlfriend and also from the Skoda, but I actually managed to bounce the Skoda, which is amazing. So I'm just sort of wondering what to do next. There's a T-54 down in the middle there. Am I being spotted by something? Maybe it's him. I don't know who it is. So T-54 is obviously going for our arty, I think, and Motz is going for him too. He's going to protect our arty. I'm thinking, right, I better go and help him. Didn't probably need to do this, but it gives an opportunity to see the speed of this thing, and I've loaded premium just in case I need it. And I'm doing 60-70 miles an hour. There you go, top speed, and we're whizzing along quite happily. Artie's rammed him. Just as I get there, typical, just as I get there he gets finished off. So, and then I get some damage from the mutts. Hey hum. But anyway, the good thing about that is actually it's pushed me wide. I wasn't really doing very much, and the thing you've got to do in any kind of light tank, it's the same with the mediums really, is if there's an open flank or a gap you can get through, go for it, because you're really not there to take enemy tanks on head to head. So I'm now switched over to the 7 line, and I'm just seeing whether I can get some spots on those guys on the hill. And I'm thinking, if I can get underneath them in the sort of 4 line below that E100, I can do a lot of proximity spotting, and I'll be safe. And so that's what I decided to do. Using this impressive speed on this thing. I saw people moaning about how slow it is. I don't think it is really. Oh, a bit too slow there. That was probably what had been spotting me. He must have a very, very good camo crew on that thing, because he'd been sitting up there for a long time. Anyway, so I've come around where I thought I was going to do. I'm just trying to keep these guys spotted, frankly. We're 5-2 up, so we're on a good roll here. Oh, there's that Centurion. He pulled right back. It's always the way the Super Unicorn players, they just see the way the battle's going and they just pull back to maximise the damage they can do, keep their stats up, rather than actually help the team win. Oh well, what can you do? Maybe that's a bit unfair, but it just seems to me that way. Often these guys, they just, all they care about is their stats. So I haven't done very much damage. I've only done 140 damage, but I've been doing a scouting job, and that's kind of my primary role. So now I see an opportunity. The T30 is being kept busy. There's a lot of hit points there for me to farm if I can use it. I'm trying to find the high penetration HE, because I thought that would be useful against him. First one was obviously a glancing hit, second one was a full hit, 313, so it kind of evened out in the end, and I got a kill. Trying to get some shots on those boys over there, but they're in the lie of the land. So when it's 11-5, we should win this game. Can I get a shot on the... No. Can I not? Very, very good aim time, very good dispersion, but I still donk one into the dirt. It's probably a badly aimed shot, to be fair. Not so much the gun's problem. So, there we go. I've just about finished them all up now. I think game over, pretty much. Can I get anything else? Nah, I can't. GG. Nice skid to start. Finish. Okay, so that one went pretty well. Nice to get a proper open map. We've got third class mastery, spotter, we'd spotted a lot of spotted a lot of tanks, and that's really where, I mean, at the end of the day, you're a scout, right? So your job is to spot enemy. If you can do damage as well, then that's a bonus. We came 5th on the team, yeah, 5th on the team on XP, 729 base XP. Fired 8 shots, hit with 4 of them, penetrated with 4 of them, and that was primarily getting around the back of that T30, wasn't it, at the end? Yeah, there we go. We put 3 shots into his arse. I used HE there and did a reasonable amount of damage. A couple of them didn't do any module damage, so it was a shame. Thought I might do. Might have done just as well, to be honest, firing a normal AP on him there, but and we hit the Centurion early on, so there you go. 4 shots fired, 4 shots hit, 4 shots 8 shots fired, 4 shots hit, 4 shot penetrated, 600 damage. Received 2 hits, one of which penetrated, one of which didn't. Who'd hit me that I didn't? Oh, Scody. I bounced a Scody, did I? Okay, fair enough. Didn't even remember that. Did 1500 assistance damage, so that's where my XP came from and why I was high in the team. 51,000 credits. So it seems like if you do a half decent game in this, you'll get around 51,000 credits. Obviously I'm using chocolate, so I only made 26,000. But XP was good, so made 1300 XP for that. So yeah, that was better. Nice to play on a map that wasn't a city map, eh? So this is Sand River. It's a tier 10 matchup. I'm going to head over to the left flank, the 1-2-3 line, and see what kind of things we can spot. Oops! Oh! Ah! Ow! Nobody saw that, did they? Just pretend you never saw me do that. Knob. Something about that. I know these new physics are fantastic, but really, should we be able to turn a tank over that easily? I wasn't really doing anything too stupid there. I didn't think I was anyway. Clearly I was, but haven't got a shot on the TVP, unfortunately. So I'm coming up here, see what I can do in terms of spotting. Just trying to get some awareness of what's coming our way. We can see that bunch of heavy tanks there. Oh, and there's one of me. Let's see if I can hit him. Oh yes, I can. Accuracy of this gun is fabulous, but I did get spotted, so I'm pulling back. Ow! Back chat up there. Bugger. And the second shot he fired missed me, which is good. I get down in the dip of the sand dune. This Centurion AX is going gung-ho, so let's see what we can do to support him. Try not to flip the tank again, eh? Good plan. I just, you know, you can do that so easily now. In my defence, and I haven't even been drinking. Well, not seriously anyway. Oh, there's lots of baddies. No point taking a shot at him. Oh, I thought I wouldn't fire at him because it would only reveal my position. Oh, I still got spotted anyway, so there you go. Spotting mechanics, yeah. Can I get a shot on my opposite number down there? My gun depression just isn't enough. And I've been spotted again. So let's keep moving. You've got to keep moving in a light tank. Well, I mean, really, you should keep moving in any tank you're in. Especially mediums and lights. Anything that's sort of prone to being squashed by arty, you need to keep moving. So I'm drawing fire. People are seeing me, although I'm not necessarily seeing all of them. So anyway, we're still alive. It's 4. It's 1-1. Yeah, so we're okay. That object 268 is up there. I'm trying to light him up so somebody else can take some shots at him, but because if we can clear him, oh, there's the. I have no idea whether they hit him. It was worth a punt. didn't get any call for critical, so probably didn't hit him. So I'm thinking, what do I do here? Well, he done 200 damage, but I'm going to support my Action X friend. I'm going to see what I can do. I'd really like to get... I've got a bat chat to the right, I've got the E100 in front of us, and there's also that Russian TD out there somewhere. Although he seems to have pulled back a bit, the object. So I'm just, as I say, just really trying to get some eyes on these boys, so that I know that hopefully our friend in the arty is paying attention and will launch some shells. He seems to be doing a pretty good job so far, so I'll just light him up again. Don't ever go back to the same place you... Oh, and there he goes. Oh, our E100 took out their E100. So, yeah, don't ever go back to... Oh, and there's our arty. There's our arty. Can I get a shot on him? Come on. Wonderful accuracy gun, and I missed the arty. Yeah, so I was saying, you've got to... When you're up against top tier tanks like this, and you're in something that's light and squishy like this, you just got to keep moving, and don't be predictable about where you go back. You know, if you pop up in one place, don't go back to it straight away. Oh, there's the arty again. Put one shot into him. There's the object. Missed the object shot. I don't think I'm going to pen him, but let's have a try. No, I was aiming for the lower plate. He's got a friend in the KR, the Korea. Oh, now the object's turned away, and I get one under his shell, under his mantle. I've changed to premium because that will go straight through him. The KR's missing me, which is nice. That's been a bit predictable. We've gone back twice to the same sort of area, so they're both aimed that way now. Now the arty's now gone down, which is great. Something else is firing at the KR, so let's get over and see if we can help them take him out. One straight through the tiger face, which is nice. Changed back to standard ammo now, so we don't need it against that KR. He's really not got the strength to stop the shots. If I hit him, of course, which I didn't there. So let's see what we can do. Come on, aim in, aim in, aim in. Oh, right through his turret. Absolutely swear through the gun mantlet, I think that was. Can we finish him? No, of course we can't. He missed his shot on me. He's had a rotten lot shooting at me. And I fire into the side of his turret and do nothing. Looks like I'm destined for no kills in this game, but you know, we've had 1400 damage, had a pretty good game. I think we've got some assistance damage. Let's see what we can do. Oh, 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 oh! What the heck? So who said this tank is slow? Look at that, that's twice I've been whizzing along and nearly turned the thing over. Well, first time I did turn it over. That one nearly went end over end. Blimey. And I'm now worrying about that, so I actually run into a rock. Because I was so worried, and oh, it's a shame. Missed the chance to have a shot on the Centurion AX. Heath. Now probably should have taken the shot here, just been, you know, taking some damage and just get down behind him, because the trouble is I'm not really assisting here because he'd already been spotted. But yeah, in the heat of the battle you try and preserve your hit points, even if it's kind of, it was 14-2 at that stage, so or 13-2 at that stage. So anyway, don't know what our E75 is moaning about. We're winning the game, we won it convincingly and easily, and yet he's moaning. Oh well, it's nice to be polite to your friends though, so I say that you're very welcome for our assistance. You know, it's nice. There you go, that was game over. GG, really good fun game. So that was a really enjoyable game. I think I'm beginning to get the hang of this tank. 3rd class mastery, spotter badge, and fire for effect. Yeah, very nice, very nice. And we finished 3rd on the team, very good indeed. 857 base XP, 1400 damage. Not too shabby. 13 shots fired, 10 hits, 6 penetrations. And you saw the accuracy when I was firing on that KR, a pattern KR towards the end of the game. It's very accurate, this gun, if you get a chance to aim, and the aim time is so good on it that it doesn't take that long, and snapshots are actually quite feasible. I think also shots on the move aren't bad with this tank, so Yeah, really nice gun, really good accuracy. So 1400 damage, we received 1 hit in return and it penetrated. Well, yeah, that's always going to happen, especially in a 10 match-up. I think that was the bat chat that hit us fairly early on. Spotted on vehicle. We did assistance on 1500 damage worth, which is pretty good. Made nearly 69,000 credits, but we used some premium. We also used chocolate, so profit at the end was just over 34,000, which is pretty good. And XP bonus and XP for the crew was 1500. So yeah, nice job. Enjoying it. Yeah, so the LeKpz M41 90mm. Is it a good tank? Well, you be the judge of that. I think it's an excellent tank. I'm going to enjoy playing it. It just is just like a Bulldog, to be honest. And the Bulldog is a brilliant tank. I think next few days you're probably going to see a lot of these things around, and a lot of people who have no experience, who are even worse than I am at driving a light tank, and they'll get really upset about it. So if you are a fairly novice driver of light tanks, I would not buy this tank. You will be owned. You really need a decent crew in it. You need sixth sense. You need to know what you're doing with a light tank. So I'm distinctly average in a light tank. I do have some blinders, but more often than not I don't. And you saw there, they were 2 distinctly average games that I showed you. Okay, they weren't great matchups, but whatever. If you are a good light tank driver, or you are working your way through or trying to grind the RU251 and looking to keep it, I think it's an excellent tank. I think it's a really, really good tank. I'm very pleased I got it. I will enjoy playing with it. I will love it if I can get an open field map where I can actually do some scouting in it. That would be fabulous. But yeah, I think it's brilliant. So there you go. This is Gamer Dom. Thanks for watching. Please do consider giving this a like and let me know what you think. Is this a tank you couldn't wait to see? Couldn't wait to play? If so, if you bought it, what do you think of it? Is it living up to your expectations? So I think I'm taking a little bit to get to know how to play it, but that's partly because I haven't played many lights recently, so I need to get back in my head around playing lights. But yeah, it's a good game, good tank, good vehicle. Gamer Dom, checking out. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your games. Don't take them too seriously. They are just games after all. And I'll see you again soon. See you again.